Hi there, Tyler. Hope your travels are going well. Got your email. Sorry that El Paso didn't have a guitar for you. I hope I lose Chicago. You'll have better luck over there. So, and then looking forward to getting you back in the studio. I believe next week you'll be back. If not, just let me know and we'll do another video for you. So cool. Got your questions. It looks like you in your comments. It looks like that you were doing some note finding for me on the fretboard, trying to memorize where C and G are. Excellent work on that. I'll talk about that a little bit. And I believe also that you want me to do a quick review over pentatonic scales and their chord and like how they relate to the cage chords. In this case, we'll talk about the E and the A form because those are like the most common ones I think in rock music, but then we'll do the other ones as well because they're equally as useful in finding all the landing spots of fretboard. So I'll go down the list, and like I said, if you have any questions, want me to look at anything, feel free to make another video or email is fine as well, and I'll do my best to answer. All right, let's get to it. So the first thing is finding notes all over the fretboard. I like the fact that you're doing that. A lot of students, they're not into that sort of thing, but I'm glad that you are because I like talking about it. So what you can do to accelerate that process or make it a little bit easier is the magic triangle. There are 2 magic triangles on the guitar, and it really helps us find the notes really quickly. Remember how I said before in the beginning, I really wanted you to learn the names of the notes on strings 5 and 6. This is why, or one of the reasons why. If you know the names of the notes on these 2 strings, the magic triangles will work. You have 2 magic triangles. You have a root 6 magic triangle and a root 5 magic triangle. If you crack open your Rock Secrets book right here, and if you flip over to page 12, you'll see note location, the magic triangle. They really look like triangles. If you look at the first example in the middle of the page, it says, for example, an F note, it's ... that's what he says, is that if I'm looking for the note F, right? I find F on the root 6 string right here. So I find my F, right? Now, I think you and I both know that this is an octave box, right? It's in a power chord right here. That's why power chords work. They thicken up the sound a little bit. So you have a partial power chord and a full power chord that's a little bit thicker, right? And what you do to find the note F on the 4th string is down 2 strings over 2 frets. And they'll be right here. I'll be on the 4th string, third fret. That is also the note E. That is the note F, 1 octave higher, traversing the entire musical alphabet, and then landing 1 octave higher, which is the distance of an octave. We'll talk about intervals if you liked at some point too. Good for soloing. We say like that sort of thing. Once we get our chord tones down, we'll probably start doing intervallic soloing. It's a lot of fun. Because everyone just thinks of like, oh, that solo like that. No, it's more interesting to use chord tones and big leaps to make your solo more exciting. Anyway, so first part of the magic triangle, root 6. I'm gonna find that F right here, okay? And then F down 2 strings over 2 frets gives you the same note. And then the note F, obviously, this is the E string. This is also the E string, so it makes sense that this is F right here, right? F, 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 and if you're trying to find C's on the fretboard, C, 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 you take that same shape that you did. This is totally transposable, it's movable. You move it all over the fretboard. Say if I'm looking for the note G, I would take that same exact shape, and if I try to find G with it, I'll go G here on root 6, G, 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 G. That way when I'm soloing with a pentatonic box, I know right where that G is because A's is sharp, B, C, talk about today. So anyway, so that's root 6 magic triangle. The root 5 is a little bit harder to see, but it's not too crazy hard. If I go here into the diagram in the book, I'm going to find the note F right here on the 8th fret of the 5th string. I'm going to use my same trick. I'm going to go down 2 strings over 2 frets, and that's going to give me another octave box right there. F, F, F. If I go here, and And in the book, you go 1, 2, 3, 4 frets away from this note right here, going that away on the adjacent string below. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's the other F. This one's a little trickier, but it's not that bad. If you want to think of it this way, it's like a C chord, right? If you have your C chord here, these two notes are C. It's just this moved up here. So that's the way I visualize it sometimes. There you go. And you can do it up here too, and you get those notes as well. So that's what I would do. Do the magic triangle, root 5 and root 6. So if I did it for G, right? Do that for me. You don't have to do as fancy as I did if you don't want to in the beginning. Just first one where the notes are, and then when you start doing solos, you'll start hearing where they are. It's almost weird that they almost like light up on the fretboard when you're going, oh, I'm looking for a C, if you do them enough. And when I'm soloing, it's like my ear just attracts to it. It's like I'm drawn to it with my fingers. Fretboard soon enough. All right, so do the magic triangle. The project in here is really good. So do like each note for like 2 minutes. Where I would just cycle them. I would circle them. A gentleman's pace in the beginning. I would slowly find where they are first, and then get the metronome going. Okay, I'm going to find G because that's what you're looking for. Metronome ticking at that speed. I don't have metronome right now because it's on my phone. I'm using my phone to record this video. G, G, G. I would actually even like think it or say it. G, G. Really try to look at what you're doing. Don't be like, don't tell me this finger exercise. Don't do it that way. Really think while you're working. G, 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 G. Right? Do that for me. All right, number 2 is chord tone soloing. So E form C chord. I'll just stick with C for right now, and if you get bored, you can move to G this week if you'd like. So we'll keep C, right? E form C chord because this is an E shape, and this is a movable shape across the fretboard. C, B, B flat, A flat, G, C, right? And what you do is be able to play. I think we started that already. So if I put my looper, if I put a C chord in there, so if I do nothing, actually I'll do a C major 7 just to make it sound more interesting. You can swap a C major 7 and still play C or top of it, totally works fine. So I'll play a C major 7. Not perfect, so write it down. You can jump around. I'm just taking that C chord, playing as a single line. And you don't have to play the next string over. You can jump strings. There's E form, right? If I go to A form chord, same thing. Jump strings. It's a test of like your creativity by limiting yourself to very few notes, and can you make something interesting with just that little bit without doing too much stuff? So can you make chord tones sound interesting If you make chord tones sound interesting, then adding other stuff in is just, you know, extra things to do. Whatever. And then what you can do is you can try to connect them horizontally. For example, this is jumping into point number 3. Is that you can take this shape here and this shape here and connect them in a linear fashion. Because when we solo, a lot of times we get kind of stuck in like a vertical position because we've learned the boxes. And so if you learned A minor pentatonic, or if I do box 2, right? You think of things this way, not this way. So what I'll do is I'll take these notes from here. Can I connect them? String 2. If you notice right here, in this position, remember we said before that every minor has a relative major and every major has a relative minor. In this case, that C major's relative minor is A minor, and A minor's relative major is C major. So these two things will work together. So you can play a C major chord and play A minor pentatonic over top of it. If we have the C chord right here, right? What pentatonic box is in this position right here? Box 1's right here. But in this position right here, you have box 2. Wait a minute. I'm not sure if you knew that or not, but anyway, so I can do all day. You have to listen to that. So what I'm doing there is I'm hitting chord tones of the C chord. A minor pentatonic box 2, the C chord lives inside of it, the E form does. And then I'm connecting it with A form C chord and having those targets to aim for. And if you look down here, box 5 A minor pentatonic is where A form lives. So C chord, relative minor, box 1 is here, right? You know that. Box 5 lives here. Wait a minute. That lives inside of that too. Oops. So switching between box 2 and box 5 and landing on chord tones is a switch. Why not? Let's see if we can do it. You create a layering project. So those are the 3 things I want you to work on. One off is Magic Triangle, root 6, root 5 to really get those notes rapid under your fingers. Chord tone soloing, use E form and A form C chords and connect them and see if you can make a chord tone solo sound interesting. You know you're onto something. because adding new toys to it or adding new concepts to it will just make it even cooler. Box 2 and Box 5. Box 2 is connected to A form. Box 5 is connected to Box 5 is connected. Or sorry, Box 2 is connected to B form. Box 5 is connected to A form. That's true for all the cage chords. So you only have to learn this one time. If I want to play G E form, I would just play box 2, right? And then work on horizontal movement with all those ideas in there. Like I said, if you want me to take a look at something or if you were confused about something, let me know. I'll do my best to answer. So, all right, man, I'll see you next week.